Hello everyone, welcome to our month ahead stream for June. A little bit of a different startup for the stream, courtesy of our production team. So first of all, massive shout out to them. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of a little preview. Hello in the background there, bit of a preview into the background. I'm glad to say it's the first stream I'm back since I'm a married man, so I'm a very elated person, as you can understand. So
show us that ring. Give us
a show that ring. It's not really much I can provide, like a little close up. But anyway. We're here with, obviously, what was covered in the month ahead video from last Friday. So joining me, first of all, I have Mod Ramen to my right, and to my left is Mod Timbo. So we have Ramen to talk to you about Solak, maybe a little bit of Group Iron Man and some stuff to talk about there. And then Timbo, of course, coming from the ninjas. But before we get into that, let's talk about a couple things. This stream's using RuneScape as per usual, but for this one, we're bringing back the Loot's Cape. So if you get it and you're eligible, then you'll get the cape. So if you haven't got it already, there's a good chance for you to get that. And then for this week's update, we had the birthday update for Menaphos, which included improvements alongside that. Timbo, I'm just going to come to you really quickly, because I know you're a part of that update. So where did the idea come from for this, just really quickly?
So we've had it in a couple of backlog polls and stuff before, basically just increasing Menaphos rep. And that's where the whole idea started. Dave, or Mod Osborne, or what you want to call him, he had it in his mind, he wanted to get that done for a while. So we were like, okay, well, what else can we do, as a ninja team, instead of just increasing reps? So we looked through Ninja Fixes, asked players for feedback, and we managed to get that done. So I'm quite happy about it.
Awesome. And are you able to kind of summarize some of the stuff that's in this update?
So there's increased rep from completing all the different quests.
Yep.
There's a bunch of agility pyramid stuff, because of course it wouldn't be an ninja team without agility pyramid apparently. So you can get rep from handing in pyramid tops. Scarabs and obelisks spawn more frequently this month for all of June. We gave you a free key for Magister.
Yep. And
we did some other fixed stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think those are the most important ones.
Obviously, alongside we did the Slayer helm change, of course.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So of course, there's 5%. That was a ninja fix. So corrupted Slayer helm now has 5% more chance to catch souls, which is a straight plus 5% to catch souls. We added cursed Amscut stand
to make
cursed Ushapti.
Yeah, right. So are you able to kind of clarify just really quickly? I know it was mentioned in news posts. Just a couple of things. Does that add on top of the 5% with the helm?
Yes. So the 50% stated is not like a plus 50% chance to catch, it's multiplicative, so it's 50% more likely to get. So if it was 2% and then now goes to 3%, see what I mean?
Numbers, yeah.
So it doesn't go from 2 to 52%, it goes from 2 to 3%.
Awesome.
And for example, and the plus 5% is on top of that as well. So
very handy for catching, let's say, lost grove creatures as an example.
Yeah.
As one little variation.
Nice segue.
And with that, I'm going to come over to you, Ramen. Let's come towards you for Solak. So obviously, last Tuesday, released Solak. There has been a hell of a lot going on since then.
Yep.
Yourself, Mod Yago, and others have been involved. Obviously, hotfixing, feedback, game comms, everything else from that. In overall summary, are you happy with how everything's gone?
Oh, I'm super chuffed.
Awesome.
Really, really pleased with how it's gone. Seeing the streamers go at it, and my favorite thing about it actually was the fact that every player who was going into it was on a level playing field. The only thing, they had only ever seen one attack, and there were no players that come in to playtest it getting an advantage over anyone else. So it was literally who can progress the fastest. It was awesome.
So I believe it was about close to 10 hours, correct, for the first kill in Solak?
Yeah, it was 10:30, and we launched at I think it was 11 game time.
Yeah, it's quite early, yeah.
I said 6 hours of first kill, so it's pretty close in that regard. So
I said it wouldn't be killed the first day, so obviously I'm here checking my.
So
we're all at home texting each other,
watching streams.
Ryan's watching one stream and he gets a text. It's like, oh, they're gonna do it. Stick on Pietric and Ghost Team, and it was cool to see the first kill happen.
So talking of numbers, you've been tweeting about how Solak has up until obviously he was killed, how he had killed this many people and how players hadn't killed any. How many has he killed now? What are we up to?
Before the players got the first kill, he had killed 115,000.
Oh, jeez.
So I asked Mod Drew to check about an hour ago, and he had killed 415,000 players.
415,000?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, there you go. 415,000 as of about an hour ago.
He went ham. He was like...
Death is rich.
Yeah, it's a lot of gold sink there.
That's how we do it.
So let's talk about Solak itself. So, I mean, with it being out there, boss mechanics now going out, people are still learning. Have players discovered everything, do you think? Or do you think there's still more to get here?
No, I'm pretty sure players have discovered anything. If there's anything that they haven't discovered, it's kind of just under the hood things, like
Right.
Solak gaining a bit of enrage at a certain point. Stuff that isn't really communicated, but it is there. It's nothing massive. All the main mechanics have obviously been discovered, so I'm super happy with how it's gone.
Anything that surprised you?
Not particularly.
Well, me and Niagi were talking about earlier with the Demon Familiar scroll.
Oh yeah, no, that was really cool. Yeah, that was really cool. Adding value to Demon Flash mobs. Yeah,
Like
no,
that surprised us a little bit.
some like player mechanics, like just some of the stuff they come up with. Dominion Mines dropping 2 on 2 sets of roots. Like it's not a bad thing at all. It's not something I would take away. Yeah, just different. Solak has really opened up. You're not just doing the same thing over and over. There's so many varied playstyles of how you want to do one phase or how you would like to do the final phase. Do you barricade and send someone in, or do you get someone to intercept or devotion all the manifestations? It was really cool to see.
So obviously at the end of last Friday, we made a post clarifying about people who tried to bug abuse the Solak.
Yeah.
We mentioned we were looking to have our review review done by Wednesday.
Yep.
Are we still on course in regards to?
Yeah. So we've already started removing gold from certain people. Obviously, it's hard to say and discuss. So we don't want to get anything wrong,
Yeah,
but appropriate action is being taken. We took 3 bill off of some dude.
3 bill.
3 bill.
Okay.
I think, someone who got a crossbow with the actual abuse. So 3 bill was gone from that account. And we're kind of just following it up. Obviously, it's a process that takes time. And hopefully we set a precedent for future things. Like, if you bug abuse, it's going to fall down on you pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's clear it was bug abuse. Maybe if it happened on the first kill, but we can see, someone who accidentally got it versus someone who is intentionally going, right, I'm going to abuse.
Yeah.
I do want to give obviously a shout out to a Big Abuse team, should I say, obviously, who've been literally cracking on with that, obviously, from the moment it happened. Obviously, the biggest thing for that was communication to you guys and letting you know what was going on. Bug abuse is a very sensitive topic when it comes to discussing the inner details, so we try to obviously explain what we can where possible. But yeah, per Ramon's comment, obviously we have started taking action against some accounts. We're getting wealth removals and so on. So that is where we are on that one. So a couple other things to Solak actually while we're here. So I've seen it come up in the chat. Are you going to talk about this purple mushroom at all?
Is there mushroom on the schedule for
Oh
that?
my god, are you kidding me? Really?
No, I think someone's already got it.
Okay.
Actually, someone's trying to sell one for a lot of money, and people are trying to buy them for a lot of money. It does unlock the Blightbound Lasher pet. It is rare. It's very rare. So, people who are going for their item log completion, you'll be there a while. But best of luck to you. But yeah, it does unlock there's no like super secret, like use it on 7 mushrooms in this order in the grove. But
It's a shame.
yeah.
I feel like
maybe there is
done
something.
that now.
Maybe there is something. No one knows what the bark shell does yet.
Another thing. Oh, okay. There you go. You did that there on stream.
Don't look for it. 'Cause it doesn't currently do anything.
There we go. It was kind of under the radar. Kind of surprised a couple of people. The Grimoire. Are we able to talk about that really quickly?
Right. Yeah. So obviously we didn't want to release Solak with just the Blightbound crossbows.
Yep.
Because then it wouldn't feel very full. Currently the tooltip on the Grimoire is bugged.
Yep.
So rather than 15% of your maximum prayer, it's actually 37%.
Okay.
So it does have its use. Obviously, reading 15%, you're like, this is awful. It was kind of something just like, here's something else. We didn't really have room for abilities at the moment. We didn't have
Any more prayers or anything?
yeah, room for prayers, but there are ideas and rewards that could have been suitable, but is more suitable for other content in the future. We don't want to, as I said on the last stream, I think it's a bad idea putting all the rewards on one drop table and just sort of cutting ourselves
overloading
off.
it.
Cutting ourselves off for the next piece of content, because in the past we've always had issue with coming up with a reward that incentivizes people to go and play the content, go and grind stuff out for that. But if we spread it out like we did, we didn't do the Telos and Araxor method where we gave all the two-handed.
The 3 orbs then create the, yeah.
So like we were able to get, that much content over 3 different cool pieces of update. Mm-hmm. The Arifdel's Grimoire, once the tooltip has been fixed, we'll see players' use cases, see if it's still worth it being what it is. I mean, we didn't put it at a 500 mil price range, we put it at 15 mil.
Yeah.
So the person who paid 401 mil for something that you could clearly see.
Probably didn't get a good deal out of it, yeah.
Yeah. And granted, the tooltip was wrong, but even still, like,
But I mean, like, we're happy to revisit the power of it.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify, obviously, if some people are watching this, they might not know what the Grimoire is. Am I right in saying, basically,
it's
enhanced
just a prayer
Excalibur for prayer, in a sense that
it's
over 5 minutes it'll...
It's something you'd bring to places you'd camp. Say you're at the top of Abyssal Demons, training Invention, or you've gone to Kriara for 3 hours, or whatever you're doing that you camp in, and maybe you'll be like, okay, so if I take a prayer potion or this, what's better for me? We'll make changes to it soon with the feedback. We'll make it augmentable, so you could use it in an offhand. It will have its uses, it will have its place, but it's not going to be like that mind-blowing item.
I mean, the real question is, do you shout for the Grove?
For the Grove.
You activate it?
No, you shout Valadorax in Shanata.
Oh,
which
really?
Is in the Elvish Grimoire.
Well pronounced, by the way. That was awesome. All right,
Nice.
That's very good. Is there anything that surprised you with Solak at all? I mean, you kind of mentioned the Demon, Timbo mentioned Demon Mod Flash Drop in that sense being used, but I mean, is there anything in particular that caught you out?
It's a hard question. I think how well it was received, to be totally honest.
Really?
I was, obviously it's me being me, I'm super nervous going into updates. Yeah. But no, I was really happy with how it was received. Obviously there's the whole issue of, comp capers not being able to obtain their comp cape at the moment. We'll see how that sits. We had this discussion of Yakamaru and all them, but no, it was...
But it is difficult to ask players to, like, spend tens to hundreds of millions of GP bashing their face against a boss. Yeah. Hopefully enjoying it.
Yeah.
And sort of, asking them to do that and then come out of it and be like, actually, I had a fun time. It is difficult to do that with a new boss, but it seems like it's gone down really well.
I truly believe if practice mode wasn't it would be a whole different... It could be different.
Yeah.
I don't think as many people would have tried it. I think practice mode was a big win in that regard. I think it was the real first time I've seen practice mode used properly before going into a boss to get ready for it. So I thought that was a really nice addition for that.
Yeah, having the dyed crossbows on release as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
the first 2 crossbows that legitimately came into the game were snapped up and
blood died.
The first one was actually instantly third age. The first 2 were instantly third age.
And then blood died after that.
And that was by Rainbow, and then they were blood dyed.
Yeah.
So it was
nice.
Casual blood dye of the crossbows, as per usual.
They do look sick, though.
They look so good. So I'll put up 2 questions from the chat, and then we'll talk about Group Iron Man. I have a question. Why does the phrase "the Grove fight with us" appear in the chat box during the Solak fight?
That was supposed to be Menaphos shouting it, but...
Is it just a mez?
It's just a mez, yeah. It comes up all the way. She's like, "The Grove fights with us," but I don't think we actually got that voiced. So I removed it in some areas, but apparently not.
Got it. And actually, speaking of that, any funny, humorous bugs while making Solak? Just when you look at it as a project?
I have a lot. I've taken loads and loads of pictures of different bugs.
Anything you want to, not picture-wise, but anything you want to share right now?
Where the manifestations spawn in the mind. Previously, I put in debug, and they were vine crawlers, and they didn't have a cap. So I locked my PC. They were splitting out debug to make sure they had found the withering NPC. And my debug is my debug, where I'm like, have found partnered NPC. NPC is Daddy Solak. So obviously, I've locked my PC, gone for lunch. I've come back, and because there's no cap on the amount of NPCs that can spawn, they've my screen is covered in Daddy Solak, Daddy Solak, Daddy Solak. I saved a picture, but I think that was humorous.
Awesome. All right. Well, obviously, is it safe to say Group Iron Man's next for you as a result of Solak? I mean, actually, when we look at Solak really quickly, are you happy with it now? Do you think it's at that place where as a project it's done?
We put up that feedback mega thread.
Yep.
Modiago spent yesterday sorting through all of it, which is an immense task. Yeah. So we've collated all the player feedback. We've got feedback points we want to do. Once we're done with them, and there's no other bugs with the boss, we're happy, like super happy.
Awesome.
So yeah.
So what's next?
For me, I'm helping out 3-player dungeons, whilst some teething issues with Group Iron Man are being worked out. But on Group Iron Man, you looked over the final dev blog today.
Yep.
You seeming happy with it? Mm-hmm. So that's going through to localization, and then we'll be able to get that to you. Editing, localization, and once that's done, hopefully next week, yeah.
So there you go. Excuse me, Group Iron Man dev blog for next week as well, so you can keep an eye out for that. So that's obviously very exciting. But I mean, apart from that, Raman, I think that's everything I wanted to ask you. But is there anything you just want to say in general in regards to Solak or anything?
No,
really.
I'm super happy. Keep the feedback coming. Kind of want to make it the best it can really be, and we can't do that really without your feedback. So if you want to stick anything on the Reddit mega thread, or throw me a tweet, or Modiago a tweet. Am I saying Modiago?
Modiago?
Yeah, Iago, yeah.
Yeah, just keep them coming. Obviously, things that take time, so your feedback may not be implemented instantly, or your feedback may not be implemented at all, but it's worth throwing it against us just so we can review it and see if it fits.
Awesome. Thank you, Raman. Thank you so much for that. All right, Tim, I'm going to come to you for ninja stuff. And then, and then we're going to come over for another. It's like I surprised you there.
In the surprise. I'll get my phone out so I can remember all the things again.
All right, so when we look at what Ninja have been up to, what have we got?
So I just want to make a quick note that everything we talk about about Ninja Stream is in production.
Yes.
We are working on it right now, and it hopefully will come out in June, but it might slip.
Yeah, it's fair.
Mod Harrison is a very busy man. He can only QA so many things at once. So I'd want to put that disclaimer out there, because in the past couple of months I've come on this stream, I've said stuff that I'm allowed to say that hasn't come out in time.
And then people are like, well, where is this? You said it for this
So I just want to preface this with that.
That's fair.
But then the juicy stuff.
What we got?
So we've got clan broadcasts. Yes! Hopefully coming out in soon.
Oh, so hype. So hype.
So that is the ability to see item drops, or basically all the things you would see if your friends broadcasts and the green broadcasts also appear to your clan, should you wish to have broadcasts on.
So hype. Yes.
So that's cool. Another broadcast related thing. So friends only broadcasts will also display to you as well.
Okay, cool.
So currently, if you do a friends broadcast, you don't actually just see your own broadcast. You see what I mean?
Oh, so you'll see. So like where you get a world broadcast for yourself, you'll see your own world broadcast.
Yeah, you'll see your own friends
good.
broadcast.
I like
you see
that.
What I mean?
That's good.
So if you get 99 cooking,
that's a world broadcast.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Friend broadcast is Cinderbanes. There's an example.
Cinderbanes. There you go. So if I get Cinderbanes drop, you'll see you get Cinderbanes drop, but I'll also see that it got broadcast.
But it's a good way of you knowing that you've sent a broadcast out to your friends, and then if no one's congratulated you, you're going to be like, well, my friends are,
assholes. Yeah.
Yes. There we go.
So next up, we got the skybox changes.
Yep.
Talked about the last sprint. Jeez. Talked about the last stream, but so hopefully all the stuff we saw in the last, I don't want to say sprint. The last stream, so that's the skybox filter thing, the new interface, the slight sort of tidy up and fix up of that sort of stuff. So that'll be coming out this month, hopefully.
God, you guys are doing so much amazing stuff already. Sorry.
We've added a boss bar to Harakin in Elder Kiln, so that's cool. That's a cool swishy bar that will come up, and she hits his health. We've got right-click spellbook swap.
Oh, nice.
So the actual spell, you can right-click spellbook swap, and it will do it to whichever spellbook you want.
Instead of getting the prompt and then pressing the number.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that'll be on there for that. And finally, the thing we talk about is we're adding the keyring to the tool belt.
Oh, the steel keyring.
So the steel keyring will finally be on the tool belt. Probably one of the most requested new fixtures of all time.
Wow.
It's finally going onto the tool belt.
What a month!
So,
good grief.
Well, hopefully that's the month.
Yeah. If everything comes out, then.
But yeah, so that's the plan.
That's
of course, we've got tons and tons of other ninja fixes that we normally will do. And if you want a ninja fix, please put them on Reddit. Please put them on our Twitter. Please put them on our own forums. I say it every month now, but we have our meetings on Mondays. So that's the time where we'll be gathering all the stuff. So that if you put it over the weekend or during the week, we'll grab it and discuss it on a Monday afternoon.
Awesome. Wow, there you go. That's hype right there.
We're joined by
the
world famous Mod Ryan.
We're joined by Mod Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
How you doing?
All right, thanks. It was interesting trying to sit on the sofa while you guys are talking and not be seen on the camera.
So we have these camera setups courtesy of Mod Shed, you see, here on top of it. Oh, and I don't know Mod name. Sorry. I don't want to say your name without...
What's my second name?
Oh, Mod Thompson. There we go. Mod Thompson. There you go. All right. So in the month ahead, we showed off Divination content.
Yep.
Overview perspective. Go for it. What have we got? I'm not going to say it all because then it ruins it.
Do you have notes?
Oh, I have notes. Do you want to refer to the notes?
No, I know what the content is.
Oh, yeah. No, I've got
made
notes.
it.
I'm just wondering if you had notes.
Yeah, I've got notes. Good.
So yeah, the new Divination update. I don't know what was. I can't remember specifically what was said in the.
Guthix's chamber.
Is that what we called it? Well, it's called the Hall
Halls
of
of
Memories.
Memory. Yeah, Hall of Memories.
It's called the Hall of Memories, which is essentially, it's a cache. What we know about in game currently is Guthix has what he calls a cache which stores memories. This one, the Hall of Memories itself, is Guthix's own personal cache. It's full of his deepest memories or darkest secrets sort of thing. It's the sort of, or forbidden knowledge is an also a term you could use. But it's the sort of things that he had hidden, or they're the closest things to him. So with this update, there is a training method there, but you also get to explore some of the new, not new, but there's some lore in the update itself. So you get to learn a bit about some of these secrets, his core ones that he holds dear to him. But yeah, the training itself is... Do we have images? Any images? No. Oh. God, I'm unprepared for that. Yeah, so...
You have them if you ask for them.
I mean, we can try and... I mean,
If everyone just loads up the month ahead video right now
please,
Yeah, and just-
please
and
load
pause
them
it
up
at the
there.
right time.
yeah, you can create your own visual imagery as we're talking.
I'll put it on the month ahead video.
223.
223, give me a sec.
Oh boy, what can go wrong here?
Anyway,
Open
yeah,
right.
so there is a great image in the BTS which you'd see, BTS month ahead, which is just an overall view of the room itself, and you'll see sort of automatons which are sort of like frozen, they're sort of deactivated, and you can see sort of energy spewing out of them. So there's sort of, it's a chamber essentially, and there's energy spewing out of the room, and you have to contain it, is the TLDR. But yeah, the interaction itself is very much, you are filling jars and depositing them the same way you would in a normal cache, except automatons aren't chasing you, there's no sort of, you're trying to hide. And the interaction itself in the room is very fixed time based. So like what a problem we currently have with Divination is a lot of people say, oh, I don't know whether or not it's AFK or it's not because the wisp may last 1 second or 20 seconds.
It's that annoying cusp, right? Where it's
Yeah.
not long enough to like chill out.
Yeah, you don't know
But
exactly
it's not
how
short
long
enough
it's
to
gonna be.
constantly pay attention to it.
That's a 223.
That's 223.
Oh, look at that beautiful
That's
man.
Well, that's 223 in
I
the
think it's
video,
a lot
but
before
yeah,
that,
we'll grab that frame for you in a moment. So let's just talk about entry.
Was he talking about Div Chamber at the time?
You might have been.
I think so. This is just.
Ooh,
Oh, that was close.
that's one part of it.
I mean,
What
that's,
other images?
that's the positive. Look at this incredible.
Go back slightly.
Oh.
There.
This part.
No.
No. This is
Oh, back.
something.
Oh,
Back again.
oh, that.
We went from such an incredible production start, and now here we are clicking
back.
on a YouTube video
Back.
to find a frame.
No, these are good frames, as you can see. So
Quality frames. Oh, that's more to
That's how we
go.
enter.
it's part of this great video we have here is showing you the parts of the room.
I thought it was a really good like over the top shot.
There is an over-the-top shot, but maybe it's not in the video. Ah,
Oh, look at those jars.
Can
Yeah, I know you made the video.
Can we just link to the news post and link to the image, please? Yeah. The month ahead news post literally has images there. We could just use them. Anyway, let's
what were you asking
let's catch
me?
up. So
Let's cash up.
right, we got that.
Okay, it's not as zoomed out as I thought it was, but yeah. So there's this. This is part of the room. This is part. Well, I didn't know how far zoomed out it was. Anyway, right. Let me talk about the. Oh, there we go.
Can we?
Oh, that's
right,
Menaphos.
seriously, right? Okay, I'm gonna just say let's just hold up here because I actually want to talk about this.
Okay.
So
So do I, but we
hold
need
up.
images as well.
It's fine. We have the power of vocal. Right. Let's talk about entry.
Power of vocal.
Yeah, power of voice.
That's not going to help you look at an image.
It doesn't matter about images. We're fine.
Is it in a nutshell?
What do you want to know, Sean?
Right. Okay. Let's talk about, first of all, entry. So how do we get there?
So you access this via the Hall of Memory. Via the Hall of Memory. Via the Memorial to Guthix. The
So
pool in
north
the
of
centre.
Eagles Peak.
Yep. Memorial to Guthix is not an entry rec in itself. Like you don't have to have done any of the memorial. Just if you head there now, well, when the update's out.
Don't go there now.
You'll be able to jump into the pool essentially and access the chamber which is beneath, which is this, which you can see on screen. The requirements, the only hard requirement is 70 divination.
Cool. Is there, like, when you get there, is there like onboarding to kind of introduce you to everything that's going on, or is it just a case of jumping in and just seeing what's going on and going from there?
Sorry.
What?
They're distracting me with pictures of you in a nutshell.
Oh, great. Okay, we're at this point again, are we?
So,
It's good to be back after being married.
so yeah, when you enter, there's an NPC at the front called the Archivist. He sort of, he's in control, and as an archivist does, he wants to sort of maintain, contain, archive the data that's available. He doesn't want it to get out. It's all about order. He talks to you. He's a bit broken, and he tells you he needs repair. He sort of just explains this to you, and he thinks you're an automaton.
Okay.
Spoilers, because you wouldn't really be allowed down there. But he thinks you're an automaton. He tells you exactly how to contain memories within the room. And there is a bit of a tutorial. It explains like empty jars, what you do with them, how to fill them.
So what are the different colors? So top left, I can see like a yellowish, goldish color. Top right, I see the pinkish color. What have these got? What are these?
So these colors are exactly the same as the colors of the memories of those tiers. So tier 70.
And the wisps and stuff.
The wisps, yeah. So tier 70, luminous, is a light blue. 80 is brilliant, I think, which is pink. I think the orange is tier 90, whatever that's called, lustrous, maybe, I think. And incandescent is purple. But yeah, the one we missed in between was radiant, which is dark blue. But anyway, it's those tiers. And so because you can enter at level 70, you can access the content at 70. There's obviously an increase in XP and reward when you get to 80, 85, 90, 95. There is some unlocks you can get in the room.
Yep.
So there's sort of like passive divination boosts. So they don't work like Memorial, which is where you have to turn them on. You have to pick your boosts and how you want them to. You have the 12 boosts, I think, from Memorial,
Yeah, 12,
and you get to pick. These ones, you can unlock them, and that's it. They're passively on forever.
Okay.
You unlock them at each of the milestones. So you can get one at 70, one at 80, 85.
You able to reveal what they are?
I can reveal, sure.
Can you remember them? That's the question.
It doesn't have to be all of them.
So one of them allows you to make 3 divine locations a day rather than 1.
Ooh, okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's level 80, maybe 85. And I think the level 95 one allows you to gain more energy when converting memories in a rift.
Wow. Okay. So stack that with the divination outfit, then. Wow. Okay. Does it stack with the?
Yeah,
boost as well?
it boosts the base. So
Okay.
ever so slightly, which adds up overall.
Awesome. In regards to, so you, Timber and yourself talked about kind of skilling how divination, you can get one whisper lasts a long time, another one doesn't. Is this like intensive? Is it more lax, or like what's the type of skilling here?
So since our skilling talk last year, I've released a few skilling updates, looked into a few things, data, etc. And we released obviously deep sea fishing. Something we learned from deep sea, or at least I did personally, was fishing frenzy is on the end of how intense we'd want you to play.
Yeah, it's probably the absolute extreme of too intense.
I'd even argue it's maybe too far because of how there's no breaks. There's literally no breaks. And with this, we wanted to get away from what divination is of the not knowing how often you can break. So in this, the way in which the memories appear, there is a fixed time between when they sort of move around. So you will be able to know, oh, it's 15 actions or however long it may be. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you'll be able to know sort of it goes on, and then you know you're ready to move. So it's a lot more, it is intense in the fact of you could pay attention to knowing when you need to move, but there is a reasonable amount of time between the movement, if that makes sense.
It's all about getting into a rhythm, right? That's what we learned.
Yeah.
Was that you know when to expect to move, and therefore the gameplay's a little nicer. Even though it's intense, so you have to go to find the right area.
Yeah.
And pay attention to your environment.
Oh, so
you still know you still know how often, it feels nice.
Yeah, speaking of environment, it's a good thing to shout about. The room was laid out in a way that which Surge and Bladed Dive are really useful.
Nice.
So we take those things into account, at least I like to, for skilling, and being able to surge and blade a dive around the room, you can perfectly sort of get to where you want to go. It feels really nice. It's just maximizing on it, but it feels nice to, and I hope, you'd see people sort of doing that around the room.
Is there like, so you mentioned deep sea fishing, when that came out, of course, we had the mini events, I guess, isn't what I'll call them. Is there anything like that for this?
Yeah, so there's a few sort of things that can happen. It's nothing like what deep sea fishing was, very like big, grand ones that give boosts. But in the center of the room, in the imaging, you may have seen like a sort of like a bud. That sort of has memory playback functionality, so it plays back a visual of what is like Guthix's memories, his core memories. So spoilers. There is 5.
Daffin in the middle. Daffin in the middle there. Yep.
There's 5 of them, and they represent the tier 70, 80, 85, 90, 95. One of them is Krez.
Okay.
So you will see Krez as a visual memory. You can interact with it to read about it or understand the memory. You can also harvest from it, and the power of that memory itself is equivalent to what an incandescent is, but it can be accessed by anyone. So if you're level 70 and that appears, it's an ideal thing for you because it's as strong as what an incandescent would be.
Nice.
There's some other stuff. I think Mod Osborne in the BTS mentioned something like a balloon drop, I think was his phrasing for it. That sort of, sometimes in the room, knowledge is like unstable, and it's sort of like, well, no spoilers actually. There is a balloon drop style event that happens.
All right, cool.
You get showered in, I don't want to say it.
So I'm going to presume, obviously, Divination, skill pet drop, chances with this, comp trim, MQC, any of them?
Good point. So there's one comp rec. Other than music, there's new music.
Yep.
There's one comp rec, and there is one Master Questscape rec. Master Questscape is exploring the lore behind all 5 of the core memories, which can be obtained by one, inspecting, like when it appears in the center, you can just, it's another op on it that allows you to read about it. You could hop worlds, find that if you wanted. Alternatively, you can unlock, like you can visually view that, just similar to lore books, once you've unlocked it, you want to view it as often as you like. Part of the process of unlocking, at say 70, you can unlock a perk. When you unlock that perk, you can view the memory whenever you like. So the comp rec is unlocking all 5 perks, so it requires 95 div, which is fine because it's comp rec. But you could unlock all of those and view the memories that way if you wanted to do Master Questscape. But you could also do Master Questscape at 70 divination, if that makes sense, because you just find the memory itself rather than viewing it via the unlock. It's kind of hard to explain without showing you the content. That probably made no sense. Either way, yes, there's one comp rec, one Master Questscape.
Cool. Apart from that, is there anything else you want to mention in regards to holes of memory or holes of memory?
I'm out of it today. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm lost. Yeah, hopefully it's a nice little addition. Add something to divination. It's not as good as cash in terms of like, if you want to talk about cash being 900k an hour or however you want to talk
as
about
in like
it.
a burst of XP.
Yeah,
right?
it's not that high. It's better than your normal divination training for XP because there's no money out of this. Like there's no new energy source. You can, however, earn memory shards if you happen to know what those are. The Memorial to Guthix memory shards, you can earn those, which can be converted into sort of portents, etc. You can earn those in here. So there's no explicit way of earning money, but you could earn items, divination items from it. But it's XP focused. But it is the leading XP.
So it'll replace ancestral
method.
energy then?
It will be faster than ancestral energy.
There you go. All right.
Not as half as AFK as ancestral is.
Of course. Okay, cool. All right, thank you, Ryan. All right, next up, we're coming over to Moderator, who's just waving at me. He's very excited. We're going to come over to Moderator. This is a gameplay section, so we're going to pop... Oh, no, it's not. Because I saw him on the computer. I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm completely thrown off after everything that's happened in the last 15 minutes or so.
What do you want to talk about, Johnny?
Oh, my
We're on
goodness.
stream power.
What do we want to talk about? We've turned Ninja, we've done everything else so far. Am I going to have to ask you the Reaper question again? Is there any more discussion on Reaper at all? Because obviously, since I should have probably asked this when Ram was here, but obviously with Solak coming out, as he mentioned, some people haven't been able to get the complicate back because they need that kill on Reaper. Has there been any discussions on Reaper whatsoever as a task or as as a comp rec?
We've been far too focused on Solak and getting him finished and all other stuff so far. But it is one of those things that keeps coming up, and obviously Solak brought it up again.
Yep.
We're discussing it. We have nothing. We have no plan. We have no concrete designs or plans right now.
Yep.
But like, it is one of those things. We will keep discussing it.
Awesome. Right, all right. Let us pop on Couch Walk to the Couch moderator. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Great. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
So, got you on the couch because in the BTS, of course, it was kind of mentioned and shown, which was the in-game calendar.
Yes.
So, talk to us about this. What were we expecting with this?
This took me all the way back to when I first joined the Jagex in 2016. This is sort of the first project that myself and Mod Chaplin were put on to sort of get used to our in-house tools and whatnot. Get up to scratch and up to speed with things, and then we surpassed expectations on it, and I was told, hey, let's make this a reality. Year and a half later, we are making that a reality.
It was shown at Game Jam, right? As like the initial proof of concept was shown at Game Jam, was talked about at Game Jam.
It's shown at Game Jam 2017.
2017, yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been intimate.
Yeah, so I'd pretty much finished it back then.
Yeah.
It's just sort of getting those resources, because once a project, also our QA within our project, and everything's working on a project, so it's quite difficult to ever get the QA resource to be able to do extra things on top. So that's why it gets pushed back. We're now at a point where we've got that time available where we can get back on it. I've had to do a little bit of tidying up with it and whatnot.
Oh, and in the meantime as well, you're on Shattered Worlds, you're on Cluj, you're on URA. So obviously
Invention Batch 2.
Invention Batch 2. There's been a lot of big projects of obviously filling out in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. So even dev time, there's not been too much. So it's now done. It's now coming. I'm excited for it.
All right, so when we look at this is essentially an enhancement to the in-game clock, right? So the in-game clock, we currently in live, you have little icon, your mouse overlay shows an event. So that has completely changed now, right?
So at the moment I've kept that there, but although there is feedback at the moment to potentially remove that little diamond because of mobile problems and stuff like that as well. And say it is awkward to just get that tiny little tooltip on such a small icon. So that's potentially going to be removed. The broadcast side of things though will remain in terms of like when it gets close to an event, you'll still get those broadcasts going around. But essentially this is a one-stop shop to all of the events that are coming up, and all of the ones that have been in the past as well, from the current month plus and minus 1 month. So on release, you'll be able to see May, June, and any of July that we may have or may not have put.
So what is actually going to be on this calendar? So from an event perspective, a player can go and edit it. That's correct. Is that correct?
They can edit. They can filter off certain event types.
But they can't add their own.
They can't add their own.
Right.
You're talking a new interface to do that. You're talking a lot of extra back-end work and whatnot as well. Again, going back to dev time, QA time, it's not available.
So what's actually going to be shown on the calendar?
Yeah, so the different event categories, you've got like boss masses, you've got live streams, you've got news posts, you've got mini game events, say JMod hosted events, PMod hosted events, seasonal
clan events.
Clan events aren't on there.
Okay.
Seasonal events. I feel like there's one more treasure hunter promos. They're going to be on there as well. And you've got integration as well within there. So when you're actually viewing the information of certain events like live streams, you can then go directly to Twitch from the news post. You can go directly to the news post.
So I'm gonna ask just to preempt this now before people end up asking this. So you mentioned treasure hunt promos. And you mentioned how the calendar can be seen obviously into the future. Am I right in saying it won't show the promo until it's live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any event can be controlled as to when we actually want players to see it.
Got it. Okay. Just to obviously clear that one up before people start asking it.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So do you know specifically when in June is coming? Is the next question.
Yeah, so I believe it's scheduled for the 18th.
Okay, awesome.
Provided that's a Monday, I think it is.
I think so.
Sounds right.
It sounds right. Yeah.
The 18th is a Monday.
There we go.
Sounds like a Monday. It is a Monday. Excellent. We'll be coming out live on the 18th of June.
Awesome. And I mean, in regards to that, what's next after calendar for you?
Yeah, so we've been working with the players, you may have seen, with Master Skill Cape perks.
Yep.
So we've been doing that at the moment. We've got another couple of weeks left on there, and then we'll be moving on to something else.
That's exciting. So
the
you guys
release date
are...
of that isn't going to be immediately. That's,
of course.
That's coming down the line.
Yeah.
It's just that we finished in development a lot earlier than...
Is it coming along nicely?
Yeah, it's going very well.
Awesome.
We're ahead of schedule with it anyway.
There we go. So yeah, Master Skill Cape perks, obviously very exciting for that, but obviously won't go into that much because focus on to June. But Pathfinder, anything else you want to touch upon? Or?
No, not really. I say it's looking good. I'm happy with the state of the calendar. It's going well, and so we'll have.
Do we see any post-release support based on feedback and stuff we get?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As with most projects, so we're always looking on scraping Reddit, Twitter, forums, and whatnot to get players' feedback because it is valuable to us. And then any critical feedback will then be looked into as.
Because ultimately it's a tool for them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure
exactly.
it's the right tool for them.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Okay. Apart from that, then I think that'll do it for that. But obviously, thank you for taking the time to come down here and talk about that. That was the in-game events calendar from Moderator. Mentioned June 18th for that one. Thank you. We're gonna come on to a very the big hitter for June in just a few moments. We'll get the 2 mods on the couch. In the meantime, Timbo, talk about Game Jam. Somebody mentioned Game Jam actually. How are some of the projects coming along from 2018's Game Jam?
So we have just finished the Builder Backlog poll, I think, when that finished Monday or late last week. So yeah, we have the results for what you guys liked from the Game Jam. So we're going to be reprioritizing our backlog based on that. That's the whole point of that poll, was sort of getting information about what you like the Game Jam, what you liked about the medium and the large stuff. So yeah, people have been working on their tap time. People don't know what tap is. It's like we get every other Thursday to sort of work on personal projects. So people have been doing that. But yeah, some of the top voted ones will probably make it into our backlog. And in the next blog, you'll see, we're looking to release blah, 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 blah. So hopefully. Do
we know when we're going to find out which one's definitely going out? Is that going to be communicated, or is that going to be kind of dropped out? I
think so.
Okay.
I didn't read the Builder Backlog.
Builder
Backlog blog. Builder back, whatever. Bric-a-brac. I didn't actually read the blog. I don't remember what Davo said. I think the plan is the next blog will
I think we can kind of chat about it at least.
We'll say we liked Alchemical Onyx because it's cool, and we're going to make more Alchemical Onyx stuff. So. Because that's the coolest one.
Well done for that, by the way. Very well done.
Thanks, pal.
Smashed the poll for Game Jam questions, so fair play to you on that one.
So yeah, we're reprioritizing our backlog, and we'll see some Game Jam projects come out later this year.
Awesome. Right, let me...
Some men on the other couch.
Let me introduce to my right, Mod Orion and Mod Silver. If you've watched streams in the past, especially in the last couple of months, you'll know that these guys are responsible for Elite Dungeons. It is hype. End of June coming up, the big Elite Dungeons finally hits. Now, before we get into a couple of things, I'm going to give you an opportunity to plug the competition you did earlier, so floor's yours.
All right, I did a competition earlier.
Oh, come on.
Go to @JagXOrion on my Twitter, and the guys there will put a link.
Yeah, JD will pop a link in.
But you basically get a chance to name one of the mini bosses in Elite Dungeon 2.
And the screenshot, by the way, is incredible.
Oh yeah, we'll be showing them off in a second. We got 5 for you. You only
5
saw
for Elite Dungeon
the one
2.
on the tweet, but yeah, there's an extra 4.
Oh.
So yeah, retweet all of that nonsense, and I'll pick a name.
Subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Ding that bell.
Oh God, I actually want to hurt myself now. So yeah, some sensible names. We've had some odd ones. I'm not going to call like one of the dragons Jeremy, as cool as that was.
Jezza.
Boss face.
Yeah, Bossy McBossface. Yeah. But anyway, if you want a chance to
got Barry already, so why not go the full 9 yards?
Barry, we could have Harry.
We have Barry already.
Yeah.
Barry and Harry.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Or Carrie, if you want a female dragon.
Oh, equality, like it. Let's do that.
Oh boy, right. So, Elite Dungeons.
Why did you do that? We could have just spoke on script. You let us have the mic.
Because we had a conversation earlier. You wanted to get this competition now. You want to get people getting involved in it. So why not?
You're right.
Right, Elite Dungeons. So if people haven't seen the BTS, recap, overview, Elite Dungeons. What is it?
Okay, yeah, quick one. Basically, it's a PVM dungeon, very similar to what you've seen in other games, other MMOs. We thought we'd try it in RuneScape because we have like a nice combat system. We have the ability to instance areas and create bosses and whatnot. So
we have like rooms with a single boss, and why not have some
many rooms
with more bosses in?
Exactly. The main thing is that it's rewarding for combat XP, gold, dungeoneering experience outside of Demon Home, which is awesome. And like
tokens?
Yeah, dungeoneering tokens as well.
Tokens are happening.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, mini bosses and the regular bosses will drop like large amounts of tokens. So you won't be able to farm the trash for tokens, but the trash will give DG XP.
I'm very close to permanent gold accumulator, so this will be nice. Oh,
I just got it this week.
You just got it?
I'm like, yay! No, I can't buy anything in the reward shop.
There's a new reward shop.
Yeah, so here we go. So speaking of nice segue in a way, let's talk about let's get into awards because we have to. I feel like something like this, we have to talk about awards. On Twitter, we've kind of seen posts of Serenic armor looking much nicer.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that very quickly? Like what? I'm not going to say it. Talk about it very quickly and what to expect.
No.
In
a coconut.
In a coconut.
So yeah, let's talk about the Serenic, if possible.
We can do better. We could probably show you some Serenic.
Whoa, okay, let's do that. We have an image of Serenic. Let's bring that up. So these are obviously the dye variants as well. So this is the...
This is the base tier 90 Serenic, I think. Yes.
Yeah, it's the base, I think, yes.
What else would it be?
It's a nice shot.
Yeah. This is what I love about art engagement in these streams now, is that we start getting this stuff a lot more, and it just looks great every time we see it. So... Yeah, let's bring up the real one.
The real one.
Oh.
Okay, so this is tier 92. This is the upgraded Serenic armor. One of the things we've been trying to do over the past few years is require the previous armor pieces in order to create upgraded armor pieces and therefore keep the economy and the kind of the balance intact. Yeah,
and keep all bosses relevant as well.
Yeah, right, exactly. We even toyed with having Nex armor as part of the recipe, but we went, nah, maybe that's a bit overboard.
Leave that to money smithing.
Yeah, that's it.
That looks amazing. Oh, goodness.
You can see it in even more glory if you go and watch the BTS video.
There we go.
The textures are animated as well.
So with this, then the current T90 gets updated with that, I presume, as well, visually, right? So
yeah,
we're having both a T90 buff and the enhanced T92 version. That's awesome. All right, let's go into parameters. Degrade. How does it degrade? Is it destroy or dust?
Yeah, so it's D to D.
Degrade to dust, right?
Like the previous. So basically, everything is kind of the same as the previous version, because I love to copy paste. No, because.
You hate to copy paste.
Don't even go there.
Mad.
Yeah. In order to do this update, I think it was 164 separate config files, and if you
Dyes, uncharged variants, augmented. Yep, makes sense.
Yeah.
Augmented broken.
Augmented uncharged.
Every single one of these variants, like augmented, barrow dyed chaps, or broken or whatever, or uncharged, requires a separpe file.
How did you break your chaps? What were you doing?
Fighting in the dungeon, of course.
Yeah.
Right. So people are going to want to know, obviously, how do we get to tier 92? How do we go from badass tier 90 to badass tier 92?
Right. So you go and fight stuff in the elite dungeons, and
Good start.
you won't get the item itself. Obviously, you will get shards.
Okay.
Or, well, working name at the moment is Serenic Scales.
Ammonite.
No, I was going to say, we have Serenic Scale.
This is why I want to change it, because I keep saying the wrong thing all the time. Right, so Ammonite Scales, and it will be about 100 in that range to upgrade a regular tier 90 Serenic to an upgraded tier 92 Serenic.
So let's talk, because there's going to be different edge cases here. So let's just get these out of the way to make sure people are reassured.
Yep.
If I have augmented tier 90 Serenic and I use this, does it keep my perks?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
And your XP.
Plus die?
Yes.
Yes.
Happy days. There you
Basically,
go. Those are the big ones.
All
I
of
think.
the kind of sensible things that you expect should work, and if they don't, like, shout at us really loudly, because we have like expressed quite a bit of concern about the dyes, and as soon as someone spent like $4 bill on a full Shadow Serenic set or whatever, and we go, oh, we just changed the model, by the way, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, that's why we tried to get the graphics out to you guys as soon as possible, so you could actually give us some feedback, which you did on the Tectonic set. Stay tuned if you want to see more of that.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Right, so tier 92. Let's talk about the. Let's go into a bit more on the reward shop.
One last thing. So if you have it augmented and use up all the charge, you will have to use another new tier 92 on it to recharge it.
Same
in the same
as
way that you'd have
tier
to use
90 on tier
90.
90. Yep, awesome. And I presume with the augmented charge update we made a few months back, it'll retain perks, item level, etc.
We found so many bugs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, that makes me very happy to hear. So reward shop, you mentioned this reward shop. What have we got inside this? And how do we spend? Is it like, what's the currency here?
DG tokens.
It's DG tokens.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll be getting DG tokens, but there are also more things you can do with DG tokens.
Yeah.
What can we do?
One of the things was on the month ahead video, which is a new invention blueprint, which is enchanted notepaper, which is untradeable magic note.
Oh,
Not quite as magic.
Yeah.
Semi-magic notepaper.
so
Sprinkled some gold dust on it.
I have to ask. I don't know if we're going to be able to say this. Materials to make, i.e., components. What do we need?
I would not like to say that
Yeah.
ahead of the
Cool.
time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Remember all of it either.
That's
Okay.
fine.
I can.
Yeah.
I can kind of remember.
Well, it's up to you if you
A lot
want
of it
to
makes
say it or
sense.
not.
We'll just
but
put it that way.
It-
It's
it
pretty
makes
logical,
sense.
right? Yeah. You can probably guess.
Just read through the convention component list. Have a guess.
One of the things we wanted to talk about is how, we've been moving on to, and courtesy of some of your discussions as well, skilling drops from PVM.
right.
It's
None of it.
It's always awkward, right? So
Just to clarify, you're talking like I'm going to get 10 raw rocktail from this kill, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
No,
No?
it's not. You're not going to get.
You're
No,
not
no,
gonna
no.
get
But
rocktail.
no,
That's what we're
this
talking
is
about,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like the discussion and the issue, let's say you have, which you do, which is with raw rocktail from a drop, as an example, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Just to clarify.
we've tried to shave off like herbs and logs and raw fish,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Energy,
Big
and
drops of
so on.
potions.
Ores, yeah.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
So we've even took away things like plate bodies. You won't get like armor and stuff from
Sure.
them. And these are all replaced with new items that are alchable and disassemblable, which is, that's really what you're going to do when you get a rune plate body drop. Do I want to disassemble this or do I want to alch it? Okay, no, it's not a rune plate body and it's going to do the same kind of thing.
So kind of in a way like how we brought a corrupted magic logs with
Yes.
the softening dungeon.
Yep.
Cool.
It's just a slow transition to kind of fixing the economy.
Yeah, it's
Very
the
nice.
sort of thing that Mind Smithing guys have been talking about as
Yeah.
well in their designs.
It has like a small caveat to it, so these things will have the same table as disassembling a gizmo, which is basically almost all components.
So it'll roll on that table and hit anything.
So you have a chance to
Wow,
get some
okay.
really cool stuff. However, you can't target specific things. So if you really need like base components, you need to go and get some swords off the GE.
Yeah, like if you want a leucogen component,
Bases,
then you're not gonna disassemble 100 weapon gizmos and hope you land on that table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And the main thing's the alching, right? It's
It's
gold.
like a game of. It's like using scavenger in a way. The
Yeah, it
scavenger
is.
perk,
Yeah.
but just from that. Okay, I
Yeah.
like that. That's awesome. Okay. Anything else you want to reveal from the reward shop?
What do you reckon?
So we have a consumable which is a drop enhancer. And this allows you to get some of the rare lottery drops from the regular mobs at a very, very, very rare rate. But it will eat through your drop enhancer, so you need to buy a stack of them to get that many.
So this is across the base world, not.
This is
or
for
it
elite
dungeon?
dungeons.
Oh, elite dungeon. Right.
So
Okay, just to clarify.
in, for example, Temple of Amanishi, it will allow you to get like Serenic scales as a rare drop.
Nice.
And those are the things that you wouldn't normally be able to get, and they drop off of the regular trash
So
NPCs,
Serenic scales, clues, or some other stuff. Things like that.
all of the bonus stuff. It's just a consumable. It just keeps the regular drop table nice and clear for us as well.
Do we want to reveal the token cost of this stuff we've talked about so far?
It's subject to change.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Something we're going to discuss
Yeah.
at a later date.
Yeah, that's.
2
fair
days from now, right? I've got that meeting.
Anything else you want to touch more on the reward store?
I think we'll leave it there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave
You
some
happy
of it.
with?
I just saw a question in the chat.
What?
So Amanishi scales are the tier 92 reagent that you need, but the
Serenic scales are the tier 90. I make this. So
Yeah.
both of those are available in the Temple of Amanishi, which is why it's very confusing.
Maybe we shouldn't call them scales.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we might change that. But again, everything like those little things are just placeholder names for the most part, but names we could always ship with if we wanted to.
Right, so I have to ask you a question about the Dungeoneering outfit because there is a bonus on there which gives you a 7% discount on the reward shop.
Yes.
That does not apply to Elite Dungeons,
I think
or
it
does
should
it?
do, shouldn't it?
Should do.
It does?
Yeah.
They are Dungeoneering shops.
Wow, okay. I'm very excited to have my outfit then, that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to be saving up as many tokens as I can.
We should probably talk about that because we're going to get questions about the Elite Dungeoneering
Yes.
outfit. That's fine, we can answer them now. I don't mind.
Let's do it.
Technically, it's not up to me, but what I've done is I've proposed that we give it away with one of the Elite Dungeons. And currently it's looking like, and I'm not promising, I am not promising, it's looking like we've got permission to give it away with the third Elite Dungeon. So we'll introduce it as part of the game with that update. For the time being, that is the plan. It doesn't mean it's going to be that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
And that will be December time, by the way. So the release schedule is Elite Dungeon 1 at the end of this month. It's only 3 weeks away. Elite Dungeon 2 at the end of July. And then we've been told to do a skilling update. So we've got a nice big chunky skilling update to do for October. And we'll be releasing Elite Dungeon 3 in December.
Sorry, I'm just thinking because if my memory is correct, based on our in-game outfits we've released, Dungeoneering is meant to be next.
Yes.
So
It doesn't necessarily need to be adhered to, that order.
okay.
Because we did release the
Right,
thieving
okay,
outfit.
because I was just had to double check because we're getting to that time where we would be doing a new outfit, and I believe Dungeoneering would be next. But if we don't have to adhere to the order in
Yeah.
them, that makes sense.
I believe
And it
we
makes
released.
sense for it to come out with this as well, right?
because it's an
why
update
would
that
you
ties
not
in,
do something?
like with the camouflage outfit with Menaphos as well. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, there'll be another outfit before then anyway. So
the camouflage outfit came out before Divination. I think I might be wrong in
Correct.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be
about Menaphos.
Divination.
And then Divination came out in December,
Yeah,
January.
so we've set a precedent. We don't necessarily adhere to the release order. We
Fair
might
enough.
as well not again.
Cool, right, chat double check, 'cause it just
Yeah.
literally crossed my mind. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on. Okay, so some hype rewards already, and that's only some of them, correct? There's
Yeah.
a lot more.
Yeah.
This is everything as of Dungeon 1, so expect things to change as of Dungeon 2 and 3.
Oh, right. So you mentioned alternate way of training DG. How's
Yeah.
that work?
You literally go in and you kill things. In
So it's
an
on
elite
death
dungeon.
of a
It's-
person.
Yeah, whenever an NPC dies, it might be a crocodile, a water fiend, an acolyte of Seru, an Arhat, or whatever. Or
Big hollow dragon.
a big hollow. Don't even go there. That's a reference to the last stream we did with the
Yeah.
art showcase.
Yep,
But yeah, Dobby and his sock. As soon as an NPC dies, the Dungeoneering XP is given to you straight away.
awesome.
And also possibly the Slayer XP.
Yeah, so I was going to
Yeah.
say, you can do Slayer tasks while you're in here?
Yeah, I didn't give this away last time, but I just don't care anymore. It's going to be awesome. So you can go get a water fiend task. You can go get a acolyte contract from Ling on Amanishi Shore, and you can go and do also Jobo, in Waiko. And you can go and do 2 Slayer tasks in an elite dungeon or whatever, because the acolyte task you're almost guaranteed to complete, and then the water fiends actually respawn inside an elite dungeon. So
Bring a Slayer helm as a switch, and then switch
not?
it, and you
Yeah.
get the extra XP from it as well.
yeah,
Oh,
and you get Dungeoneering XP, Combat XP,
my
gold.
goodness.
Yeah, you can really stack these bonuses up and go ham.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Right,
Bring your Hellion
so
aura.
let's talk about modes.
Yeah.
First of all, player size, or group size, should I say. What are we looking at for Elite Dungeons?
1, 2, or 3.
So you can solo, duo, or trio. So we expect, from a difficulty scale, solo, what are we looking at here?
Shall I talk about the numbers we got from some of the play tests? Thank you very much to the RuneScape players and old school RuneScape players that came in and play tested the dungeons for us.
Nice collaboration between both games, actually.
Oh, hell yeah. The quick plug actually for old school. They're releasing Theatre of Blood this week. If you do play both games, go and check out Theatre of Blood. It is looking absolutely incredible.
Stole my outro.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mate.
Do it again.
You can do it
do
again.
it
it's
again.
fine.
That's fine.
It deserves
Yeah.
more than one mention. Yeah,
Agreed.
they've done a great job on it. So solo, the guys I'm expecting to kind of defeat the dungeon in between half an hour to an hour, depending on your skill level. Duo is more like 20 minutes to 40 minutes. And trio, for example, we had, I think it was Omid, Couchy, and Sadden,
Oh my
which is
goodness.
like a ridiculous trio,
Yeah.
let's put it that way. They cleared up to Seru, the final boss in Temple of Amanishi, in 7 minutes, 5 seconds, or something like that. They just rushed the barriers, they tanked NPCs as they killed bosses, they hardcore like spanked it. It was brilliant. Yeah, don't clip that.
So, what did you learn from that playtest?
We learned that we might have to make some adjustments for Dungeon 2.
Right.
One of the reasons why they were able to do that in Dungeon 1 is that it's split into 5 separate map areas, so you can click on a door to teleport to another area of the dungeon. Whereas Dungeon 2, we tried something different, and we said, oh, okay, let's make this 25 map square area an entire dungeon. You can walk from one end to the other. There's no door to click. Barriers and stairs to walk up and down, yeah, sure, but no teleporting. So we probably have to block some of these hardcore players from just rushing through and tanking all the dragons and all of the various creatures, spoilers, that we've got in this in this dungeon. So yeah, something to learn for sure.
Ready? Well, actually, I'll ask you one more question, then we'll have a little quick fire checklist so we can tick off.
Yeah, sure thing.
Do you want to talk about story mode really quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have your normal group mode, etc. What about story mode?
Story mode is if you aren't great at combat, but you just want to get through some of the lore elements, like there are lore books and things to drop, some achievements to complete that you might want to do if you aren't a combat player. Story mode is for you. You can like go in and everything is a third of the HP and a half of the damage.
Nice.
One of those things. Yeah.
But you won't get all of the crazy good drops. So you will get bones, I think, is the only thing you left in. Just in case you're that bad that you still need to, use your necklace for infinite prayer in story mode.
I think, Timbo, you gave us something like 300k Dungeoneering XP an hour at like decent rates. And obviously that means you can push the boundaries on that. You can up that. If you're not very good, it will be below that. And story mode was something like a tenth, so you might get 30 to 45k Dungeoneering XP per hour on story mode if you're that way inclined.
Yeah,
Which is generous.
It is generous.
But you shouldn't be using that as
don't go
your
training
easy
in story
training.
mode, right? Yeah.
Fair enough.
But you do get some. It's all good.
So, okay, checklist ready?
Okay.
Specific achievements for the content.
Yep.
Comprex.
Yep.
Trim.
Probably. We're not. I mean, yes, but
This is a tightrope you're working on right now.
So
Just be aware.
trim is always currently yes. Currently yes is the answer.
Right.
Currently yes, but that's subject to change.
MQC.
Yes.
Does it tie into Reaper at all with the bosses?
Yes.
IFB. Insane
Yes.
Final Boss. Yeah.
Which means
Yeah. Sorry. Final Boss as well. With that as well then.
yeah.
Okay. So that means we got pets.
Does.
How many are we having with Elite Dungeon 1?
Well, Elite Dungeon 1, it's just the one, isn't it? And Elite Dungeon 2's potentially got. Well, it's definitely got 2. It might have 3, but only one of those is a boss pet, and the others will be like random. You might get.
You're like
this,
flavor
you might get
drops
that.
in
Yeah.
a sense. Okay, cool. Do we see? Premier Club, Gold Premier Club members. Obviously, some of the content Gold Premier Club members get something where they can log in.
So we're not sure yet.
So we had a discussion about this.
Right.
Literally yesterday.
Okay.
Before.
Yes,
So-
but I can't remember what it was.
So there is going to be something for Gold Premier Club members.
Yeah, if we tell you, if we tell you what the main idea was, it would spoil something as well. So we don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember it was. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
but it's all right. It's pretty decent.
Someone mentioned about could we see possibly high score for speed runs?
Not on release,
Cool.
but it definitely was planned from the beginning, and it's one of the things we decided to cut in order to improve the quality of the update. It's something that we might look at doing for and by Dungeon 3, but it would probably be done in our spare time. So again, not promising anything. The content was designed for kind of high score, timed high scores on the website and everything like that. So it would be nice.
Combat and skill pet drops.
Yeah, everything.
The usual
Dungeoneering,
roles.
yeah.
So on.
Dungeoneering pet drop, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. IMM.
They exist.
Restriction-wise,
So Iron can solo the content.
can they group?
They can group using the grouping system.
So just clarify, to go in, you have to use a grouping system.
To go in,
Solo.
yeah.
But if you're with...
If you're with a group of Iron Man or a group, you can use the grouping system.
Right, got it.
That's the only way. There's no lobby or anything like that. To be honest, it made our lives a lot easier. We would have liked to use the boss instancing system, but due to the way we've made the whole progress and checkpoint system, which we should probably talk about at some point as well, it's not possible, or it's extremely difficult. Nothing's never not possible. But
So, glad you mentioned checkpoint system. Yeah. Checkpoint system, is this in normal or is it only in story mode?
Both.
It's in both.
Yep.
So I'm presuming, this is a guess, correct me if I'm wrong, it'll remember the room you're in on death and it can go back there. Is that correct?
Roughly. So each of the barriers that you've opened throughout the dungeon will remain open when you go back in. And there is a collection of chests throughout the dungeon, one at the beginning and one before each boss. And once you've opened certain doors, those will become unlocked as places you could teleport to. So you can go from the entrance to boss 3 if that is how far you got. So if you get to the end, die to Seiyuu, and then you go to Death's office, right-click the hourglass, go back to Amanishi, click the chest, go back to Seiyuu. You don't have to go all the way from the start of the dungeon.
It's not safe death, I presume, the
Not
content.
God,
the content.
no.
Okay, good.
God no.
Is it safe in story mode?
God no.
Oh,
But
Screw that.
we're already doing enough where hopefully they'll be okay.
Yeah, like it's easy enough in story
Hardcore
mode.
Iron Man will obviously, I imagine, get a nice message. It would be nice to see that that eventual message of Hardcore Iron Man dying
Yeah.
to.
I think
Seiyuu.
there's a custom message on Seiyuu, I think.
Is there a
already.
custom?
Yeah, I think
Nice.
it's something like, died trying to free Seiyuu unsuccessfully or something. I can't remember.
Please tell me you've got that set up to the Jagex Twitter.
I
Jagex
think
or
it is by default.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check.
Global broadcasts. Yeah. Global broadcasts.
There are some, but they're currently incomplete. So we've made a bunch of placeholder stuff. So similar to what Mod Ramen did for Solak.
Right.
We're looking at, we keep track of how many players have died in the Temple of Amanishi
Nice.
for one, and how many times Seiyuu's been killed, I think. Those are currently what we're keeping track of.
Oh,
Been killed. Spoilers.
Oh, well, not killed. Yeah, no, you're right to correct me there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not killed, but
Which is
saved.
a different kind of spoiler.
Defeated. The encounter with Seiyuu has been beaten in some form. There we go. That's how many times we're keeping
Nice.
track of that.
I forgot to mention the checklist collection log
Yes.
title.
Yes.
So you to reveal that title, or do you want to keep it a surprise?
Currently, it's,
Name, comma, Acolyte of Seiyuu.
yeah,
Color.
fairly basic. I can't remember what the color is. Isn't it a light
It's
blue?
like cyan.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Makes sense, right? It's very
Yep.
For the water
watery.
dudes, yeah.
Yeah.
The water dudes.
There's going to be a collection log and a title for every elite dungeon.
Right. Let's talk about these images. Should we get ready for this?
Oh, okay.
So
So,
before we bring them up,
yeah,
Dungeon 1, set in Amanishi.
yeah.
Give us a rundown on Dungeon 2.
It's not set in Amanishi.
Yeah.
It's set
In
somewhere
Amanishi,
else.
but on fire.
No.
No.
That'd be a cool twist. So we're not telling you where it is. The players have surmised that it is Infernus, Kefsi, Wilderness, Brimhaven Volcano.
Anything where there's fire.
Anything when there's fire and lava, right? Yeah, one of those is actually right. So well done. Good job. Yeah. So can we bring up some pictures?
Yeah, let's bring up image 1.
So
Yeah, funny. Very funny. Very funny. Go ahead.
cool. All right. So this is lava. This is fire. This is hot. This is stuff. This is one of the places in Elite Dungeon 2. It's very much a Dragonkin area. All of the places that we've mentioned pretty much have some kind of Dragonkin influence in some form. So again, not a spoiler. Oh, someone spotted the strike worm in the background. What a surprise. So yeah, lava strike worms, they happen to appear in lava. There's plenty of that. We can move on to the next one. Essentially,
Lava looks incredible, by
yeah,
the
we got
way.
new-
My goodness.
we decided we were fed up with the lava looking like cheese.
Yeah, fair.
I think it looked like a pizza topping. Now it looks a lot nicer. This kind of faded orange colour crusting over. It's quite nice. Mod Alex has done a great job doing the environment for this, again, as he did with the Temple of Amanishi, with some help from Mod Lukev. And basically, we're going to just go through these screenshots until we see like the one that basically encompasses everything. So this is a boss arena. I'm not going to tell you what boss resides there, though. I will tell you that Mod Ramen is making a guest appearance in Elite Dungeons, and he's
We're
Dungeon 2
literally
featuring
fighting.
Mod Ramen.
yeah. Oh, okay. That would be amazing. Presleak, we need a model of Mod Ramen. Thank you. Yeah, so there's going to be a large boss in this area, and currently it's like a stack management fight with some dragon eggs and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But Mod Ramen's working on that. So once he's done with Big Tree, he goes into Big Dragon. That's good. And next up, we've got some like lava falling down. This is going to be an animated texture and everything like as well.
Nice.
It was quite amusing because our concept artists, they're so talented. They made some incredible paint over pictures for Elite Dungeon 2. And every time our environment artists look at them, they go,
Are you serious? Like,
Jeez.
do I really have to make this? Like, it looks incredible, but recreating it in RuneScape's 17-year-old engine, as many updates as it's had to bring it to life, and as much as NXT makes it look amazing, you know, it's not exactly Unreal Engine or anything like that. And the environment artists try their absolute damnedest, and as you can see, it looks pretty damn good.
It's incredible, yeah.
It looks so good.
So yeah, this is the picture I tweeted out, and you can see a number of little creatures.
Spot the lava strike worm.
Yeah, of course, right. So I tweeted this out, and I didn't even see a lava strike worm in this image. And then 5 minutes later, someone goes, "Oh my God, lava strike worms outside of the wilderness."
Is that your player voice?
It's better than Mod Ramen's player voice. Yeah. And I looked, and somewhere like 24 pixels wide or something in the back right, there's a lava strike worm or two. Brilliant.
Is that a Mithril or a Celestial Dragon that I'm seeing?
Neither.
Neither?
It kind of counts as a celestial dragon, doesn't it?
Technically.
Yeah. All right, what you're seeing there is a slightly work in progress but mostly finished version of Astalan, which is the first boss in Elite Dungeon 2. And she's the first celestial dragon to ever have been created. So she's got a really cool backstory, and she's gone absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Nice.
Like all good dragons.
And you can see there are other dragons kind of in the center of the image in one of the corridors. That's, you know, compare the size between those two just to get a feel for how big.
Yeah, she's twice as big as a regular dragon. She's great.
She's a
She's
big
been
old
great fun to animate. The boss fight for that so far has been really fun to make. But basically, she's using as many of the celestial dragon powers that we've decided they are capable of, and obviously this is space, time, and a lot of space. Actually, yeah. There's she summons
black hole.
She summons wormholes with a Y, and pulsar stars and solar storms and cool stuff. Really cool stuff. She doesn't just go, "Wah, dragon breath," wah, and spit fire on you. She's got some cool
Does she have a
stuff.
cosmic breath?
She does, yes. It's like light blue, white, or whatever, and it looks so cool.
And the new tail swipe attack.
Oh yeah, okay. So
man, you guys are going all in on this. This is great.
Dragon rework. Sorry, the stream's dragging on a bit.
Dragging on, nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. What we're doing is we've got concept for red dragons, black dragons, celestial dragons, gemstone dragons, all these cool dragons. I know gemstone dragons are new. Why are they reworking them? I don't know. You'll see. And we've already started modeling them, and what we're doing is we're making a dragon kit so that we can mix and match the heads, the wings, the claws, the spine, the tails, all of this nonsense dragon body part stuff, and create dragons out of just building blocks. And that's already been started work on. So you'll see Astalan soon. We're not going to rave on about Dungeon 2 too much because Amanishi's coming out. We've got to give that a chance. I know dragons are goddamn cool, but we'll get there. All of the stuff that we've made for the bosses, specifically the first and the third boss, very much use this type of dragon kit. We can reuse for other dragons and downscale and retexture and stuff like that. So we will be reworking red dragons, black dragons, and all of the above at some point, but not necessarily with the Elite Dungeon 2 release. So what you'll see maybe for a few months, I don't know, are the older dragon models for the trash NPCs, and then they will be supplemented and updated.
So months on, it'll still technically be getting updates.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that batches this, whatever. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the dragons look like on release of Elite Dungeons 2, as long as the bosses look kick ass. And then we know that they're being updated. We've shown you the concept art on Twitter. So check the RuneScape Twitter, check Mod Nice Pants, great mod name. Check his Twitter. Mod JT is modeling them, and Mod Wing is animating them, and they look hella cool. So back to what you were saying, they've got flap animations and tail swipe animations, and it means that we've got a lot more freedom to make really cool attacks and not just dragon breath, And also, the best part about the dragon rework is they have tails. They have actual tails. That's my favourite part. yeah, so lots of cool models and stuff to come. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Right, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure
Feeling
I've
a bit
asked.
hot over there.
I'll tell you what, mate.
I'm trying to make sure I've
Right.
asked everything.
One of the things we will do, just to take that heat off you, Dungeon 2, it was Timbo who said you were feeling a bit hot, sorry. Dungeon 2,
Pass him an anti-fire.
oh, are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Yeah, what, ice gloves? I don't know. Yeah,
Dungeon 2.
Dungeon 2, so in a nutshell,
Yeah.
Dungeon 1 drops Serenic, right? But Dungeon 2 will drop Tectonic upgrades. And we've brought along...
Tier 92 Tectonic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, sorry,
Yeah,
go on. I love Mage.
I
I love my tech.
I love Mage.
Yeah, I love Mage, so this is great. Sorry.
Dice Tectonic and
Go ahead.
Blood Sliske style. Oh god. Yeah, so we can bring up a screenshot of the tier 92
Ooh.
and the tier 90 Tectonic upgrade.
Tier 90? Oh wow, so tier 90 is on the left, tier 92 on the right, I
Yeah.
presume. My god, look at that!
Right, so first things first, we've had some player feedback about the head, like the helmet of the tier 90 Tectonic armor, and it's like vastly different. It's a lot more flatter, and it looks a bit like a med helm, like a dragon med helm. And I understand, like we get that. So what we're doing is we're looking at stretching it out a little bit and not distorting it too much, but giving it a similar feeling to the way it had before. But quite frankly, comparing it to the old model, you guys can shut up because it's bloody awesome.
Wow, okay.
So yeah, like what actually someone did say in the chat, I think it looks like a nutshell, which is,
Really?
Nice.
yeah, that's good. Nice.
Yeah?
Good job. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I have to assume then that Dungeon 3 would drop tier 90 Malevolent.
You would assume that, and you would be completely wrong.
Oh, okay. So what becomes a Malevolent?
Malevolent armor is not being touched because mining and smithing is a thing, and that is being
fair enough.
updated. And they are making this like really cool investment tier 92 like specially crafted armor. What's the name for it?
Masterwork.
Masterwork armor. Yeah, they're making masterwork armor. So we're not going to touch Malevolent for the foreseeable future, but they're not going to say that there isn't going to be like an upgraded version of it because aesthetically it's a really cool piece of armor and it'd be really cool to bring it up, right? Oh crap! What was I going to say? So Dungeon 3, however, Dungeon 3 in December, that will drop the chest pieces of both of these sets. So currently, Elite Dungeon 1 and Elite Dungeon 2 will allow you to gain access to crafting the helm and the leg pieces, augmentable leg pieces, of course, of the melee and magic sets. And the final boss of Dungeon 3.
Who would he be then?
It's a he.
Oh, nice.
Who would they be then?
Yeah, it could be a he. It
Could be.
It could be a they.
I'm not sure.
It could be a boss. Yeah, obviously we're not going to tell you that. I mean, don't be silly. But yeah, that particular boss will drop some kind of like token that you will need to craft the chess pieces. You'll need the Amanishi scale and the I think we had tectonic. Is it tectonic energy or and it's draconic energy currently for tier 92. You'll need those and the boss drop from. Oh my god! I nearly actually said it.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so you'll need that to complete the set as well. So all the dungeons will be relevant for the foreseeable future.
Awesome. Right. Is that everything you want to go for?
Oh, let's have a look at our little notes.
Oh, the guy on Twitch said say it. He said say it.
No.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
One of the things I will mention
Don't say it.
is that you will get to learn who Cranon is in some way, because a lot of the kind of lore hounds have been kind of from Pieces of Hate. There's mention of Cranon, who is a dragonkin in some form. There's more story there, and so I'm dropping those breadcrumbs for you guys if you're interested. But I'm not going to mention about the boss, so sure.
Crayon.
Oh, yeah, Crayon.
Yes.
Who is Crayon? Yeah.
Right. I'm going to say that's everything we want to go through for now.
You happy?
When's it coming out?
Okay, Temple of Amanishi is coming out on the 25th of June, which is obviously only 3 weeks away, end of this month. Hype. And Elite Dungeon 2, which you'll learn the name for either when we release Temple of Amanishi or soon thereafter.
Yep.
Will be the 23rd of July, I think, which is the last Monday. Or
23rd of July?
Yeah.
Actually, my birthday. Seriously.
Your actual birthday.
My actual birthday.
So it's the only day of the year that it's not your birthday.
Oh, right, yeah, sure. That's the way it works, isn't it? Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, happy birthday.
That's hype.
Kind of.
That's
I
hype.
guess.
I look forward to that. Wow. So, why, I have to ask this now before we end this, actually. So, we got one dungeon now, one next month. Why the gap from 2 to 3?
So, it was going to be a 1 month gap and then a 2 month gap.
So, June, July, September.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? And we still could, technically, but realistically, we've been giving you guys a lot of combat updates recently, and it's only fair to our skillers, which, you know, another 50% of our player base or whatever the numbers are, something like that. They should get a nice chunky update in October. So we've been enlisted to do like a medium-sized 3-month project, chunky skilling update. So we're going to give you guys something fun. We're going to look at kind of the core aims of that soon, once we've got dungeoneering, elite dungeons out the way. And yeah, we'll probably talk to the community quite a bit about what you guys actually want from a skilling update and what skills to update. At the moment, it could literally be anything, and me and Modsova have plenty of ideas for skilling.
Probably won't be divination, though.
Yeah, probably not going to be divination. That's already got a kick-ass update this month, so looking forward to that too.
Awesome. Right. That's everything. I'm happy. I'm very happy, actually. There's a lot of stuff we've gone through. If you joined us late in the stream, just a bit of an overview of what we covered in the meantime. We went through the Menaphos update that's now live in-game, the birthday update. Been talking about that with Timbo. We then talked to Modraman about Solak. Gave you a stat where 415,000 people have died since Solak has come out. That number was accurate as of about 2 hours ago. And then he also talked about how he felt about the boss, how he felt it's gone. A little bit of information on the group Iron Man dev blog, which will be next week, fingers crossed. And talked to Mod Ryan on the Divination Chamber. Halls of Graphics. Halls of
Memories.
Halls of Memories. Halls of Memories. There we go. So do by all means double check the BTS for more details on that, as well as watch it back on that section. But so you can see what he said. Talked to Timbo about the ninja stuff. Some of the stuff, clan broadcasts. What else we got, Timbo? Clan broadcasts.
What's that thing called? Keyring. Keyring
Yes.
on the tool belt.
Yeah, Keyring on the tool belt, yep. And being able to see your own friends broadcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Harakin boss bar.
And other hype stuff that Ninja are working on. And of course, that's some of the main stuff, not including obviously other Ninja fixes that come out from Ninja during the month as well. So keep an eye out for that. And then came over to moderator for the in-game events calendar that you can look forward to when that comes into game on June the 15th. I think it's 18th, sorry. June the 18th days.
Put it in your calendars.
Oh, nice.
Very good. And then
Wish they could.
finally came over to Modsova and Mod Orion for Elite Dungeons. Obviously went through a lot, showed off the upgraded Serenic, and talked a little bit about Elite Dungeons 2. A little bit about Elite Dungeons 3 as well, if you missed some of that. So there was a lot. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you haven't watched the stream back already. As a note, of course, RuneFest tickets are on sale. So if you do want to attend the show, you haven't gotten your tickets, you can go and get them on runefest.com.
Yes,
yep.
link in the chat now.
Link in the chat from JD. And of course, when the stream ends, RuneScape fires out. If you haven't got it already, we'll be giving you the RuneScape. So keep an eye out for that. And then I think that'll bring us to the end. The Patchens Teasers is back on Friday with me, so I'll be back with that. As Orion mentioned earlier as well, do check out the Old School Theatre of Blood stream tomorrow as the Dev Q&A, I believe they're doing. And they will be releasing on Thursday. So massive hype for them, and it looks amazing.
Proud of them.
And they've absolutely smashed it. So fair play to them, and I have no doubt it's going to go down well. So fair play to them. But apart from that, that'll bring us to the end of the stream. It has been my pleasure to have Mod Timber, Mod Orion, Mod Silver, Mod Ryan, Moderator, Mod Ramen on the couch. Yeah, thank you.
Every time I hear Mod Ryan and Mod Orion are the same thing.
Mod Orion. Yeah.
It's Orion is in like Men in Black, right?
Like I need
Orion's
someone else
belt.
with like my name.
So yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. And apart from that, we're going to get ready to end it. So as always, take care. and have a good one. Bye.